Well, hello there. Just one rant today, and that's about Keir Starmer and the Labour government. Never in the history of the world has a country needed a general election as much as the UK has today. I've got notes. Starmer came into power under a cloud of scandal. You remember that there was the glasses that Lord Addy bought him, there was the dresses that Lord Addy bought his wife, and then there was the clothing that Lord Addy bought Keir Starmer. Then there was the house that Lord Addy gave Starmer to use under the guise of his children needed a bit of peace and quiet to study. The first thing that they said was that there was a £22 billion black hole. They even pushed it after it was proven by the Treasury that there was in fact a several £100 million profit, not a debt at all. Then Keir Starmer, before he got into power, he did a study on what would happen if they cut the winter fuel allowance. And it said that several thousand old people would actually succumb to the cold if they cut the winter fuel allowance. So as a compassionate human being, he still went ahead and cut the winter fuel allowance, knowing that several thousand people would die. Then we have members of his cabinet. They broke the rules. Angela Rayner, she deliberately withheld £40,000 from the sale of her house, or some property tax or whatever it was. Then there was Rachel from accounts. She also didn't pay the fees and fines for renting out her own properties, even though she was told by several agencies that that's what she had to do. She still refused to do it. And then there was two members of the Labour government who decided that they were going to rent out their taxpayer-funded second homes and keep the rent, and then claim a third house from the taxpayers so that they could live in it. Yeah, that's not right, is it? That's fraud. They should be done for that. Starmer has refused to deal with the illegal migrants coming into this country on a daily basis. He's also refused to deal with the Muslim rape gangs. Then we find out that Keir Starmer had 3 rent boys. They were a bit upset with him, so they set light to his old car, not knowing that he'd sold it. They also damaged his house as well. And now we're finding out that there's a 5th rent boy that was upset by Keir Starmer as well. So that's 5 guys. Yeah. Not the burger joint. That was 5 guys that Keir Starmer was making love to. Blech, disgusting man. Right, what else was going on? Keir Starmer seems to be operating under a system of, I'm the Prime Minister, I can do what I like. And it's coming back to bite him on the arse now. So we're finding out that Andrew Bridgen said that there was a fraudulent money transaction going ahead with this Chagos Island. He said that the £30 billion was going to be split 6 ways, and Keir Starmer was going to be one of the recipients of that money. So that needs investigating if it's true. Keir Starmer also knew about Peter Mandelson and the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, but still he lied about it, and he keeps on lying about it. We know that he knew about it. The man's just pure evil. Then we find out that Keir Starmer is sucking up to the Islamists and sucking up to the Chinese. Well, that ain't good either. He's committed so many U-turns that I've actually forgotten how many U-turns he's made. There was the digital ID card, although that's not a full U-turn, that's more of a step to the side, and we'll let it kind of blow over before we introduce it again. Keir Starmer promised us a cut in energy prices, but we haven't seen that. All we've seen is energy prices going up every few months by 8 to 10%. It's getting out of hand. This net zero policy that Labour has will bankrupt the country, just like every other Labour Party has done in the last 60 years. They've bankrupted the country within a few years of taking office. Even within 6 months in one particular term, they bankrupted the country. And yet they know this is going to happen. This net zero scam that's going around, there will be no benefit from it. We'll see nothing. There will be no reduction in the level of CO2 in the atmosphere. And as we know, CO2 is plant food anyway. We have billionaire businessmen and women leaving the country in droves because they can't afford the energy costs and they can't afford the taxation that's going on. It's just absolute madness. What are we going to do? We need a general election. We need to get Starmer out of power, and we cannot afford Labour to run the country anymore. We're just financially on the verge of bankrupt. They're borrowing so much money every single day just to pay the interest on the loans that they've borrowed. They're borrowing more money to pay the loans. It's something like £500 million a day that we're going further into debt because Labour keep borrowing money to pay the debt. All we've got to do is stop the boats, stop the benefit to illegal migrants, stop this Chagos deal, shut down net zero, and we'll be a much better place. Anyway, that's my views, and that's enough of me ranted on. I'll get it done before the 8 minutes. Okay, see you.